Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Avengers movie. We're watching the Marvel movies. It's an Avengers movie. Okay. I done effed it up. So the tag for this one is assholes resume their debate, and Pinocchio has some issues. It's a pretty good one. 2015 is when this one came out. It cost reportedly between 444 million and 500 million, and it made 1.4 billion. So it still made a profit. Just that's a pretty high freaking cost right there. Damn. So this is Joss Whedon's last Marvel movie. I don't know, well, he said he was burning out from doing this one because he had to bounce so many characters. I don't know if he would have done more after this one or not if he wanted to. But then he got lured away by DC, and then all that fell through. So too bad for Joss Whedon right now. The Stanley cameo is Excelsior. Stanley gets drunk while partying with the Avengers, so that's the cameo. I remember that one. Finally, I remember one. I like the villain. James Spader is an amazing actor. Ultron as James Spader and Ultron. That's just great. Quick thing, background thing. James Spader did one of his performances as Ultron on the set was so good. After the scene was done, everyone just started clapping on stage on the set. That's kind of amazing because he's kind of a really good actor. I like the villain. I like this one. He's one of the more memorable villains to me. I don't know why people don't like him. Oh, it's probably the whole 2 syndrome. So nobody likes Iron Man 2. Nobody likes Thor 2. Captain America, though, did the opposite, and everybody loves Captain America 2 because they didn't call it 2. They called it Winter Soldier. Although they didn't call this Avengers 2, they called Age of Ultron. You know, things happen. People didn't like this one. I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot. I don't know why people didn't like it. I think Tony Stark's hubris and just his psychosis really goes even crazier in this one, which is where it should be. And, like, Bruce is dealing with being his number 2, basically. Bruce has his own problems he's got to deal with the Hulk and all that. And we get the Hulk fight, which is amazing. Like, there's a lot of good to this movie. I don't know why people don't like it. I don't know why people don't like it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Joss Whedon did a pretty cool thing in this one in that he wanted to do locations that don't normally get filmed, which is why he does Taiwan and a place in Africa I don't remember. And a third place, I can't remember any of these locations, but he did locations that don't normally get filming. So that's pretty cool right there. And it was something interesting was that it had Magneto's kids without Magneto. Like it had X-Men characters without having the X-Men. It's so interesting to have them. And what they do with those characters is pretty good. And really, Hawkeye is kind of just the heart of the team, even though people don't give him much credit. And the speech he gives Wanda in this movie is so good. I like that scene a lot. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm giving some things away. Let's watch this movie. Let's have some fun watching it. I really like this one a lot. Let me know what you think of it. And we'll see the rankings at the end. It's going to be somewhere high for me. I don't know where it'll be for other people, but I liked it a lot. I really did. And my favorite joke, I got to write it down for after we see the movie. Also really good. It's just really good. I like the movie a lot. I'm just on repeat now. It's good. It's good. Just like there's a bajillion Ultrons, there's a bajillion of me saying it's good. It's good. Let's get going. And movie over. Okay, so I liked it a lot. What the hell? It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. Come on, people. It's a very fun movie. It's extremely fun. That's the thing. We got the very serious ones and the very fun ones. Like Infinity War is definitely a very serious one, so we'll Endgame. But this one's really fun. It's a very fun movie. Enjoyed it a lot. There's just so many good jokes in this movie. Like, around the beginning with, it's like, can a man hold them up? They're the Avengers. Or when Iron Man just shoots all those guys, like, yeah, this is fun. And they're like, no, it wasn't. Just little things like that. And just a lot of funny parts. And the party scenes are pretty good when they're all celebrating. And that's where the Stanley cameo is, like I said before, the drunk one. And when everyone's trying to pick up the hammer. And when Steve Rogers almost picks it up and Thor's reaction is just so good. But everyone trying to pick it up is really funny and everything. I just liked it a lot. Also, just because it's the second Avengers movie, we see team-up moves. We see a lot, mostly, Captain America and Thor doing team-up moves. But everyone, there's a couple other characters that do some things together, showing that they've been together for a while, and that's pretty cool right there. So it's a very good second movie as far as the Avengers go. Uh, there's one I want to point out just real quick. The Bruce Banner and Scarlet, not Scarlet, Black Widow. So Hulk and Black Widow relationship. Like, Bruce Banner had some things to do, and they didn't really have much for Black Widow to do. So they, like, this is what Whedon said. He put them together in a relationship because he had nothing better to do with those two. And not a lot of people are a fan of that relationship, but they had to do something with them, considering, like, there was teasing of Black Widow and Hawkeye, but it was more their best friends because Hawkeye's got a family and everything. And I like that surprise that the womanizer from the comics is actually secretly has a family and just acts like he's a womanizer. Like, I find that interesting to do that. And he's just an important part of the team. And his speech to Scarlet Witch, I really like that speech a lot. It's like, we're on a rock that's flying, and we're fighting robots, and I got a bow and arrow. Just, yeah, none of this is normal. None of this is normal. I like, those were just good scenes, and now he's going to be very edgy in Endgame. But, like, his speech to Wanda is really good. Iron Man versus Hulk is really good. That's a really fun fight to watch. And my favorite joke, because I set it up earlier with the whole hammer thing, is when Vision picks up the hammer. That's my favorite moment in the whole thing, is because it's just like, oh, Vision doesn't recognize why it's so important, but everyone else in the room is just stunned. And I remember watching it in theaters, and everyone gasped when they recognized that he's holding the hammer. And I watched it twice in theaters, and again, everyone gasped when they saw that hammer. So it was a really effective scene. They set it up really well early in the movie, and then it got paid off very well. It's just good job there. Back to Bruce Banner and Black Widow again. There's a scene that's always interesting how it was taken by some people, and that is when they're at the farm and they're talking, and Bruce is like, "What, you want to run away and have a family? You can't have a family. You can't have a kids and any of that stuff." He's saying that there before she tells him that she lost the ability to have kids, and people took it as him assuming that's what she wants. But the truth of the matter is, that's not him assuming that's what she wants. That's him projecting what he wants. And if you want to call BS on that, let's go back to Avengers 1. In Avengers 1, Bruce Banner says there's things that people want they can't have, and he's looking at a baby crib. He's actually pushing it when he says that. So it shows very much he wants a family. He wants a normal life. He was just doing research on Super Soldier and kind of screwed up and turned into the Hulk. That's what happened to him. And he definitely resents it a lot. And that's kind of why those two are so separate, is because he resents Hulk and Hulk resents him because, well, he's always in the driver's seat. And that's interesting Jinx pointed out to me is the last moment for Bruce Banner is when she pushed him off to fall down that hole to turn into Hulk. Like, the Hulk it's just been the Hulk for like 2 years. Bruce Banner, last thing he saw was him falling off, and then he wakes up on freaking Sakaar in Thor Ragnarok. So that's pretty ridiculous right there. Oh, the train scene was pretty good when they first, because you see Quicksilver saving a bunch of people, and then they're trying to stop that train. That's just a pretty cool scene right there. And Captain America doing his best to fight Ultron. Poor Captain America. Like, can you distract Ultron? What do you think I've been doing? What do you think I've been doing? Oh yeah, I mentioned earlier that it was Taiwan. I was wrong. It's Korea. Oops. Oops. I remember Taiwan. But it was Korea. So my bad. My bad on that one. So Jinx says her thing about how Avengers 2 is also kind of Iron Man 4, because we do get a lot of Tony Stark in it. And yeah, Civil War, which is Captain America 3, is basically Avengers 3, really, because there's a lot of threads set up in Avengers 2 that get not all wrapped up, but some of them get tied up in Civil War. Because there's some infighting going on in 2, and then it goes even further in Civil War with Captain America and Iron Man just being on opposing sides. And yeah, you can take that as Captain America 3 being also Avengers, because you can also see Infinity War as not only Thanos' hero journey, but also Thor 4 and Guardians 3. Because there's just such big pieces in these different ensemble movies. Yeah, like, because they have so many characters going and so many parts, it becomes kind of just their movies. While also they're all working at the same time, because that's what's happening. They all have to work at the same time. Really curious how Endgame's going to be, because what's interesting about Endgame is the roster got cut in half, so that's less characters to have to worry about and deal with. Let's see, anything else? Oh, Thanos. Thanos, in the end credit scene, which is pretty cool with the statues, Thanos gets, of course, his gauntlet. He says, alright, I'll get them myself. And I feel like it fits right in the timeline, because probably one of the reasons why Thanos took so long to go for the stones is because people like Odin are in the way. And in Thor 2, Odin's taken out of the picture. And so the Nine Realms are kind of in chaos. So with that, Thanos is able to get the gauntlet and start making his plans for getting the stones. He doesn't know where they all are just yet, but he has some idea where most of them are, because he had the Mind Stone and it ended up on Earth. The Space Stone... Let's see, did he have any idea about the Space Stone at this point? No, of course, the Tesseract. So he knows about the Space Stone, because he had the Mind Stone and the Space Stone were both happening at that point. The Reality Stone he might know because the Collector has it. And then the Power Stone he knows because for damn sure he's hearing a lot about a purple thing happening. And all these... Also, just the Power Stone gets mentioned, I'm sure, to Nova and everything, so that gets heard. He doesn't know about the Time Stone until Doctor Strange, which is a couple movies from now. And then the Soul Stone he's always been looking for. That'll be in Infinity War. So a lot of the pieces are on the board for him, just not everything just yet, but he's getting going on it. And eventually he'd have to look for the Time Stone if he didn't know where it was yet, and same thing for the Soul Stone, because he has to look for that. But we see how things are coming together and all the pieces coming together. But they don't get pointed out that the stones are things until Guardians of the Galaxy, but we don't realize that they're going to be a big thing until Avengers 2. Because through Thor's vision, we see there's 4 stones active. It's like, oh snap, okay, we got 4 stones, okay. Actually, Thor 2, does it mention that the Reality Stone? Yeah, they do mention it's a Infinity Stone. And the end credit scene. They mention that they want the Collector to hold one because they have one in the Tesseract. They don't want to have 2 in one place. But the Collector wanted to have 2 in one place after all, of course. But funny enough, Earth just has a bunch of them. Quicksilver's death. You didn't see that coming, did you? Like, my god. Sometimes the movies are on the nose. And that was so on the nose, is like, because they knew no one saw Quicksilver dying coming. That was on the nose. Same thing with when Rhodey got replaced in Iron Man 2. He's like, I'm here, it's done with, get over it. Like, that was also on the nose. It was a good surprise, because no one thought Quicksilver was going to get killed right there. So it was a good surprise there. Because they heavily telegraphed that it's going to be Hawkeye that dies. He's talking about all these plans he's going to do. He's going to, like, he's done all this stuff. He's getting pretty tired. And then, like, he's going to just stop doing the work so we can just focus on family things. And then his work's done. He's on the helicarrier to get out. And he's got to go save that kid. He's like, oh, here's where he's going to get killed. And then they subvert it, because instead of him getting killed, Quicksilver gets killed. And it's pretty good. So now rankings. Let me get the rankings up. Okay, so the rankings are... Okay. Alright, okay. It's better than Iron Man 2. Better than Incredible Hulk. Better than Thor 2. I'm putting it number 4. So, Avengers is first, Guardians is 2, Winter Soldier's 3, and Age of Ultron at 4, and Captain America at 5. Jinx is putting it at 3rd place, so above Guardians? So Jinx is putting it Winter Soldier first, Avengers second, and Age of Ultron in 3rd place. So there you go. Up next is going to be Ant-Man, the final movie of Phase 2. So dang. Like, it's weird to end the phase with Ant-Man, but it's just because, well, Ant-Man's not involved with the Avengers. And they just wanted to introduce Ant-Man, so he's happening. Then after him, it's gonna be Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor 3, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and then Endgame. So, damn. Really curious where... Well, Ant-Man's gonna be somewhere. Somewhere. It's gonna be interesting where Ant-Man goes. I like that movie a lot. Civil War... It's gonna be somewhere all these measure out. I know Civil War's gonna be somewhere high, though, because I like that one. People really like that villain. I hate that villain. He sucks. I don't like him. Nope, that's it. So that right there is us watching Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, which was a very short age. But there you go. That right there is us watching the movie. Let me know what you think in the comments. It was fun. I had fun watching. I had fun talking. Hopefully fun watching and listening. That's what's all about it. I did have fun watching the movie too. We all had fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So having fun. Thanks for coming by. See you next time.